welcome in everybody. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I appreciate all the love and feedback I've been getting lately. Feels great, man. And I'm happy some people are really finding some value in it. Anywho, this is episode 19 of the It's Thugwig Nasty podcast. After getting through my flu-pocalypse and finally feeling better, I was looking back at the week I took off of the podcast and tried to find some good in it. I want to talk about taking breaks, but being smart about it and hopefully using it to our advantage. Listen up, if you don't already know, we're all humans, not robots. We don't have infinite energy stores. We can't make decisions all the time without getting burnt out. We can't go very long without sleep, food, or water to recharge. Taking breaks is tied to many of our body's systems. Sleeping is taking a break from being awake and moving our bodies. Eating is taking a break from fasting, and fasting is a break from eating. Working is a break from relaxing, and relaxing a break from work. I've personally never thought about any of these instances throughout the day that could be considered breaks. The most obvious is when we take a lunch break at work or something like that. It's literally called a break. Though many things can be considered a break by reframing how we look at these things. But the point is, sometimes we need to take breaks. Now, I know I said in previous episode that you can potentially lose followers or viewers if you take breaks, but in this case, it is typically taking too many breaks or too long of breaks. It is what it is, guys. Of course, I consider myself lucky because my well-being does not depend on the viewership and subscribers. Not saying that those that depend on viewers and subscribers are unlucky, just the fact that I know it would be difficult for me to take a break if my income depended on them. Even if I really needed a break. It's gotta be tough, and I see plenty of people take flack for taking a single day off. Yikes. If there's something you enjoy watching, please cut them some slack. If if that person needs to take a break. Of course, it's helpful if they let you know that they are taking a break, but things come up sometimes. Those things don't make us run straight to social media and tell you all about it. Just saying. Sometimes the break is forced. A couple of weeks ago, I was too sick to be entertaining and positive on stream. Streams were canceled, and I posted out that I would not be streaming. I wasn't able to get my podcast out that week. I let you guys know that we were going to take a week off to get my body right. I tried to stay active on Twitter and Instagram where I could, but my mind wasn't right, and the flu took a lot out of me. I was sick enough to take a week off of the gym, okay? If you know me, you know that it's hard for me to do that. I do believe you need to that you need to keep moving even when you're sick to help your body fight off some of these ailments. But going to the gym and tearing down my muscles would not have been a good idea, as my body would then be looking to repair the muscle and, instead of ridding itself of the cold. I've been doing this for a while, and I know when I'm too sick to work out and I really need to take a break. If I didn't take a break, the sickness may have lasted more like 3 weeks instead of 5 days. So what I am saying is, listen to your body. If it's telling you that you need to take a break, give it a break. Just not a piece of a Kit Kat bar. Kit Kats are one of those meh candies, don't at me. Don't you dare at me. Outrageous all the way. If you're self-employed and you don't have time to take breaks, or so you think, gotta work on that. We can't go full stress all the time. You'll end up consistently run down, and I don't know about you, but I am nowhere near my best self when I am run down, exhausted, or burnt out. How could you be? Really? The self-employed or busy individual would probably benefit most from planning breaks. They don't have to be super long, but they do need to be there. With my ADD, I struggle to stay on task for extended periods of time. I've talked about this before, where I set a timer. I work diligently for 25 minutes, then for 5 minutes, I hit up Twitter or something. It's almost like a reward for keeping my head down and grinding for the last 25 minutes. Sometimes I can get into a flow and just knock a bunch of stuff out and lose track of time, but for the most part, I need to take quick breaks. It's almost like NASCAR wheels and tires, right? Hear me out. So you have a fresh set of tires, then you do the work, certain amount of laps. When they begin to heat up and wear out, You hit that pit before they blow out, and then you swap them out for a fresh set. So instead of work, burn out, it's more like work, break, no burnout. You see? Taking breaks doesn't have to always be from work, like we were saying earlier, like taking a break from the computer or cell phone screens. Look at a book or draw something. I recently got a pair of blue light blocking prescription glasses. I still need to take breaks from screens, but these definitely help filter out some of the harsher light waves. So they seem to make a pretty big difference. We can take breaks from eating if we partake in something like intermittent fasting. More on that some other time. We should take breaks from our caffeine. It doesn't seem to be working anymore. Don't just drink more, take a break from it. We can take breaks from certain foods. We've talked about this before, but many people have adverse reactions to certain foods, yet they have no idea that their skin issues, their gut issues, or inflammation may be caused by what they're eating. Sometimes it's a good idea, before popping pills or going to the doctor, to remove to just try removing certain foods from our diet to see if it helps clear up any issues. One of the most important times to take breaks is for our mental health. Yet this is probably one that most skip. Because we are not physically sick, we are led to believe that it is less important. Being mentally broken or fatigued can do just as much damage as a physical illness. It should not be taken lightly. So disregard anyone who believes that that you just need to grind through it. Anyone that'll just call you a sissy or a snowflake. Their lack of empathy is not your problem. Taking breaks can be an extremely positive tool. Taking breaks can help us refocus on our goals. It can help us, get ourselves into a better mindset. If you're a creative person, changing what you draw or paint, changing how you film something, or how you take pictures or wear, just trying something different outside of what you normally do. It's still art, it's still photography, or whatever you're creating. Doing something a bit uncomfortable will help spark creativity, like we've talked about in previous podcasts. But that's a break, right? That's a break from what you're used to doing and how you're used to doing it. It can only benefit you trying to do what you like to do in a multitude of ways. Coming at things from a bunch of different angles can really expand your mind and its capacity for being creative. I mean, being creative is really just problem solving, right? The more ideas and solutions you come up with, the more creative you're being. Again, what I'm trying to say is change it up every once in a while, do something different, and then when you come back to what you're comfortable doing, you will have more tools and solutions in your kit. If that's what you want to call it. It's in your kit, it's in your toolkit. Breaks can help us reconnect, rekindle, recover, relax, de-stress, whatever word connects with you. Now, it's important to take breaks, but it is also important to not fake breaks. Fake breaks can be more of a procrastination tactic. Something stressful on the list for today? Oh well, I'm not feeling so good. I'm going to skip it today and try to feel better. We don't want our breaks to become excuses to not do something, so like many things, there is a fine line we walk with breaks. If you seem to be sick every other week, canceling streams consistently, or canceling plans all the time, you may come off as untrustworthy. People are relentless. They expect you to be where you said you'd be. Weird, huh? Of course, there are always situations when you need to take a break, but be honest with your viewers, or your friends, or your family, whoever is expecting you. Again, you're a human sometimes, we just need downtime. So again, breaks don't need to be, they don't always have to be spontaneous. And if you want to become more successful with your breaks, then start planning them. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. The key to making it truly beneficial is to keep yourself from slipping into the excuses or procrastination side of things, is to do something on those breaks. Okay, I'm going to work for 50 minutes and then go for a 10-minute walk. I'm going to work for 25 minutes and then I'm going to do a quick 5-minute sketch to take a break from working for my mind and give my eyes a break maybe from the screens. If you don't tell yourself what you want to do on that break, then you may slip into scrolling on social media. We don't want to do that. So let's get some systematic breaks in place, reduce rage, stress, and burnout. Let's get ourselves to a place where our minds and our bodies feel fresh and clear. putting us in a state that allows us to go out there and get whatever we want to achieve. Let's see. There were probably some breaks taken last week by me. Let's find out in the LWR. So last week we took a lot of breaks. So Monday we tried to stream. We tried to play some Apex Legends because it dropped on Monday. I don't know if there was just a lot of people on or whatnot, but I was able to play one game. It was super choppy, and I ended up having to bail on it. Then I was having PC problems. Everything was running at 100%. I don't know what's going on with the computer, so I'm gonna have to pivot, and I might have to do something a little different. Might have to reduce some of the streams because there's a bunch of games that are coming out. Okay, Anthem's coming out that I really want to play. I definitely want to play Anthem. That's like game number 1 for me when it drops here in a couple weeks, but I can't stream it. Like, I'm playing it on PC, it looks great, it runs okay, you know, but when I'm streaming it and running Anthem at the same time, my CPU and computer is pegged at 100%, and the last thing I need to do is burn this thing out, because this is what I do my podcasting on. This is what I do my graphic arts on. This is an important work computer, and if I lose it because I'm playing some video games, I'm gonna be pretty broken. Anyways, so in the future, not 100% sure what is going to be going on. Maybe some less intensive games on stream, and maybe do focus more on art streams. So I need to figure out some cool stuff to do on those art streams, so it's not just me sitting there and doodling, even though it is more for my practice, so it is what it is. Wednesday we had a pretty good stream. We played some Apex Legends again. This time it worked pretty well. Played with some buddies. It was a lot of fun. It looks like I can, you know, stream this game, but it's just, you know, how much do I want to put my computer through the ringer? I don't know. I just feel like I'm taking a chance by, you know, overdoing it all the time. So I don't know. I will keep you guys posted. I'll figure something out, and we'll keep moving on and doing something else. And Friday's stream was canceled because we had some meetings to go to, and they ran a little bit long, and by the time I got dinner done and by the time I got this podcast worked on, I was way behind the time that I normally would have started. So we just went ahead and canceled it, and we'll regroup and work on getting back into place next week. But my main priority is this podcast. This is like my baby, you know? I want to make sure I want to get this thing out every week. This is the most important thing for me. I'm trying some new things to try to up the productivity of these things. And the streams are kind of second, because this is something that I can put out there. This is something that people can go back to, listen to, watch on YouTube or whatever, and hopefully take value from it. I like streaming. You know, I love streaming. It's really fun to me, but after that day streaming, or after the couple weeks that the VOD is up, you know, most people aren't going to find value in that. So I want to make sure that my consistent content that's providing value to as many people as I can is getting out every week. So this is the priority. So for next week, we're going to try to stream some games. Hopefully the computer, you know, hangs in there. If not, we'll just do a couple drawing streams next week, and we'll go from there. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Mixer. It's mixer.com/itsthlugwignasty. Hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram, both at itsthlugwignasty. Facebook as well, also at itsthlugwignasty. Love to talk to you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you have any ideas for show ideas or want to know anything, I would love to do any kind of like Q&A sessions or anything like that. So if you got any questions, hit me up and I will answer them, maybe on the podcast, maybe in the stream, but I will let you know. So until next week, guys, have a fantastic week, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.